And Scopely has managed to turn what should have been a win for the community into a complete fiasco. We're talking about the Secret Warriors rework, the compensation scandal, and now the Banshee's Fury milestone event preview, which reveals things are even worse than I initially thought.
Hard, no cash to spend, free to play till the very end.
Let's start at the beginning. On Friday, the Envoys released their preview of the upcoming blog, and credit where credit is due. This was some of the best transparency and communication we have seen around a new release. The blog broke down Phantom Rider's release method, that he's a battle pass character, that you'll need multiple battle passes, standard or premium, to max him out. We were told his shards, his red stars, the awakened abilities, everything was clearly laid out. The level of clarity was great, but hidden inside was the details of the Banshee's Fury milestone, which immediately left a bad taste in the community's mouth. The blog said Banshee's Fury also rewards character upgrade tokens for the updated Secret Warriors, Quake, Yo-Yo, Domino, and Negasonic. And by the fourth milestone, you'll have enough shards for all four characters to reach 7 yellow stars and level 95. Now here's the problem. Marvel Strike Force at its core is a resource management game. If you invested resources into those reworked Secret Warriors before this announcement, you had no way of knowing Scopely was going to hand out tokens that essentially bypassed all that effort. And once again, early investors were left holding the bag. Now, I'm led to believe, and to their credit, that the Envoys fought hard for the community on this one. Not long after the preview went out, Scopely told them to share a message, and I first saw this from Dorky Dad on his Discord, so thank you very much, Dorky. The message was clear. If you upgraded your Secret Warriors in the last 14 days, reach out to customer support and they'll refund you some of the gold and training materials used. On paper, this was the right move. It stopped the community outrage dead in its tracks, and early as well, because remember, the blog doesn't normally go live until 2 PM PDT or 10 PM BST. Players thought, okay, Scopely acknowledged the problem and is fixing it. But then the weekend happened and things unraveled fast. This is where MobileGamer comes in. In his video, which I'm going to link in the description down below, he showed proof of a player who received, wait for it, 132.84 million gold and 13.2 thousand L4 training modules. Now let's break that down. There are 4 Secret Warrior reworks. Divide 132.84 million by 4 equals 33.21 million per character. And what does it cost to take a character from level 1 to 105? 33,203,180 gold. That means that customer support wasn't just refunding resources, they were giving full refunds up to level 105. Same thing with the training mats. 13,200 L4s divided by 4 equals 3,300 per character. Now each L4 training module is worth 10,000 gold, so that is another 33 million golds worth of training materials refunded per character. At first I thought this had to be a one-off mistake, but I checked with members of the Jetson Squad community who had also contacted support, and nope, this was standard. I've got screenshots here from one of our community members who only leveled 3 of the 4 characters, and they got compensation for exactly those 3, even though they had already had prior investment in them. And here's the kicker. The milestone tokens we're all supposed to get will only take these characters to level 95, not 105. The difference, about 16 million gold and 1,600 training materials per character. That's the gap Scopely has now created between players who got compensation and players who didn't. And just when you think it can't get any worse, the Banshee's Fury milestone preview went live. And it turns out, well, it's only Quake who's getting the full level 95 treatment. Not Domino, not Yo-Yo, not Negasonic, just Quake. So now we're left with 3 separate problems. Some players got full refunds to 105. Everyone else will only get token upgrades to 95. And even that's not true across the whole team. It's just one character. Now, before my closing thoughts, let's be clear. The players who took advantage of this are not the villains. Far from it. This is a resource management game. Maybe they had stockpiled resources from playing long term. Maybe they love Alliance War and jumped on the reworks right away. That's their playstyle, and it is completely and utterly valid. The problem is with Scopely's handling. So what's the fix? Well, one option would be to send everyone who hasn't claimed compensation yet a full 4-character package, 33.2 million gold, and 3,300 training modules per character. And if someone already got partial compensation, like my Jetson Squad colleague who got 3, then they just get the difference, 1 character's worth. But here's the catch. Issue 1 is that this would take forever. Scopely would have to track back every ticket and every payout, and that is a nightmare job. And issue 2, some players, myself included, weren't planning to build this team at all. If I suddenly got handed 4 characters worth of resources, for me, that's basically a free Insidious 6 squad, and that is not fair either. So what's the real solution? The solution is simple. You fix the Banshee's Fury milestone. Make it match what was promised. Quake, Yo-Yo, Domino, and Negasonic. Then scale the upgrade tokens to level 105 instead of 95. That's it. No gear, no ISO, just gold and training mats. That way everyone gets treated equally and we remove the huge resource gap Scopely's mistake has created. This entire situation is a masterclass in poor communication and sloppy execution. The idea was good, compensate players who invested before the announcement. But the way it was handled, now you've got some players 2 characters worth of resources ahead, others completely left out, and a milestone that doesn't even match the promise. For a game that lives and dies on resource management, this kind of inconsistency is brutal. Commander, let me know in the comments down below, did you file a ticket and what did you get back from support? And what is your solution to this problem? Because right now the ball is firmly in Scopely's court. Now, as you guys know, I'm not one to make rant and rave videos. So if you want some more positive content from myself, then why not check out these videos right here.